Hey guys, so today I want to talk to you about a new Bluetooth speaker that I have, and this is the Klipsch the Three II. It is a wireless Bluetooth speaker, and I bought this for a few reasons. First is that Klipsch is a fairly well-known American brand for producing speakers, and they generally do so at fairly reasonable prices. So this actually retails for $400 MSRP, and that's actually not too bad of a price for what you get. But the thing about Klipsch products is that you can usually find them even cheaper online. So I actually got this for $200, which is half the price of what it normally retails for. And you can easily find this on Amazon or eBay. So if you just go online, you can find good Klipsch products for a heavy discount. So at that price, it's definitely like a no-brainer to me. It's a really nice looking speaker. So that's the second reason, is that Klipsch products generally look really nice. They've got this nice mid-century, like 1950s, 1960s kind of feel to it. A lot of their products have like wood grain finishes and stuff, so that's really nice. Of course, the third reason is sound quality. I've actually owned the Klipsch the 3 before, the first iteration, so this is the second generation. And I really like the first iteration. I actually used it with my turntable before. And I got rid of it because I switched to bookshelf speakers, but now that I moved into a new apartment, I don't have any room for bookshelf speakers for my record player anymore, so I'm looking for a tabletop stereo again. And here we go again with the Klipsch the 3, why not, right? I really like the look, design, the sound quality before. I remember I compared it against a more expensive speaker that was, I think it was Naim Audio Muso QB. And pretty much the Klipsch the 3 won against that speaker, and that's a more like expensive speaker. That one also looks really good, sounds pretty decent, but the Klipsch sounded better. And yeah, I did a comparison, and I think most people, if you go back to that video and see that test, most people would agree the Klipsch actually sounded better for less price actually. So yeah, really good looks, good sound quality. And yeah, the price was is very, I would say, very reasonable, especially if you can find it at a discount, right? At $200, this thing costs as much as a very like small Bluetooth speaker, like portable Bluetooth speaker, right? If you think of stuff like the Bose SoundLink Mini and stuff like that, that costs more than $200, right? And if you look at some of the Ultimate Ears products, the JBL products, I think I did a video comparing all these portable Bluetooth speakers, right? They all cost around the $200 range, and for that price, if you can find this at a discount, 200, 250-ish, then it's a no-brainer to me because you're getting so much for the money here. So yeah, I decided to go back to the Klipsch the 3, this time with the second generation. So I do have the box here, and this one is in black. That's just to match my turntable, the Rega Planar 3, which is also in black. If it wasn't in black and I had my old Fluence turntable, the RT85, I probably would have got this in walnut. But this black oak is pretty nice. So you get, it says legendary detailed dynamic Klipsch sound, mid-century modern design, Bluetooth. Yeah, so I also think that Klipsch has DTS Play-Fi as well, I believe. So you can link it with DTS Play-Fi, which is an app that you can use to stream your music from different sources like your NAS drive, Spotify and stuff. So yeah, many different sources. So here we go. This is the little blurb about Klipsch here when I open the box. It says, yeah, I don't know how well you guys can see that, but it says Klipsch has been making original audio products of exceptional quality since the dawn of hi-fi, when Paul Klipsch, the founder, unleashed his first loudspeaker and makes the first sound a whole lot better. Now, fun fact, Paul Klipsch, when he made the Klipsch horn, his first product, this was back in, I think, the late 40s, and it's still in production today. Like, you can go to Klipsch's website, it's a custom order I think, but you can actually go to Klipsch's website and order the Klipsch horn, his very first speaker design that was actually made all the way back in the late 40s. So it's actually the longest running speaker design that's still in production, so that's pretty crazy. Alright, and this is what's inside the box, so let me show you guys. So you get Klipsch the 3, the manual. So let's see. Usually, like for modern products, the manuals are pretty short, just tells you to download the app and then you have a quick start guide or something, so I really wonder what makes this one a little bit thicker. So let's see. Okay, so you get what's inside the box and the controls for the remote and everything. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. think these are just other languages. Okay. Yeah, actually there's a lot going on here. Okay, so basically, yeah, you get what's inside the box. You get the controls right here, and then the remote control, and then it'll tell you a little bit more about what the remote control does. And then this is in more languages, I bet. Power switch, you know, little different controls on the actual stereo. Source control dial, you can change to multiple sources. That's another reason why I got this, by the way, is there's many different sources. There's Bluetooth, there's aux, there's USB, and there's phono. So this has a phono input as well for turntables, which is really nice. I'm using an external phono preamp anyways, but it's nice that this has a built-in phono stage, because not many portable Bluetooth speakers around this price do. Then you got the Bluetooth wireless technology. Let's tell you about that. Connections, right? This is just different ways of connecting it. I mean, this is yeah, connecting to your receiver or your laptop or whatever, your iPad, your mobile phone. There's many ways to connect it. Of course, Bluetooth works with pretty much everything. Then you have, yeah, if you want to connect it to your turntable, it does have a moving magnet phono stage. I actually have a moving coil, so that's why I do need an external phono preamp. USB input. So it's really cool because you actually, this has a built-in DAC which you can use to connect to your computer. So it's a built-in DAC. You can connect it to your computer using USB input. So you can use this as a laptop, actually a speaker for your desktop or your laptop. So that's really cool. And then yeah, factory reset, those kind of instructions. So yeah, there's a decent amount of material in here. Yeah, so anyways, most of this should be self-explanatory, right? How to use a Bluetooth speaker. So it comes with, yeah, this is the USB cable here, USB-A to USB-B. This is for connecting it to your laptop, so, or your desktop. So you can use this as a little laptop or desktop speaker. It has a built-in DAC, apparently. They have a 3.5 to 3.5, so you can use this to connect to your any kind of aux input. So if you have an old MP3 player, an iPod lying around, or God forbid you have a phone with a headphone jack, then you can use this. And then there's a power cord, of course, gotta have that. And then we get the remote here, which is fairly similar to the Klipsch the 3 Generation 1 remote. Yeah, so it's pretty much the same as the Generation 1 actually. It's pretty simple. You got power button, mute. This is volume up, volume down, play, pause, next, previous, Bluetooth, aux, USB phono, and LED. So all the different inputs and stuff. So pretty simple remote. AAA batteries for the remote. Alright, let's get down to the speaker, which I've always loved how Klipsch's products have looked and are designed. So this is an updated design from their first generation. Looks pretty similar, but I think they made a few changes. I think this is not the walnut version, it's the black oak version, so it doesn't have the copper panel. It does have a silver panel though, which is nice. Alright, so here it is. This is the little desktop speaker, and I think the 3 II is a nice size here. So they also make the 1s, the 5s, the 6s. They have a whole line of these nice vintage inspired Bluetooth speaker designs. So the 5s and the 6s, I believe, are bigger, like bookshelf active powered speakers. This one is more like a tabletop stereo, and the 1 is like just kind of a smaller version of this, but without many of the inputs. So I think the 3 is a good choice for those who have, yeah, for those of you who have a turntable or just want something of a tabletop stereo that's a little bit bigger sound than the 1s. Then the 3s are a good choice. And like I said, it's not too expensive. You can find them on sale or discount. So yeah, first of all, design is awesome, right? It's got this nice mid-century look to it. As you can tell, maybe you can see it a bit, but there are 3 different drivers here. You see there is, I think this is the central kind of woofer bass driver here, and then you got 2 mid-range drivers and tweeters here to handle the high end and mid frequencies, and then 1 I guess more for the low end. So it's kind of more like a, since this doesn't have a subwoofer or anything like that, I think this is handling the bass frequencies. So yeah, pretty much you see like kind of 3 drivers through the grill here. This logo here, the Klipsch, they actually have I think the first generation had a different logo. It was more like a triangle shape. But this one's more of a round shape. So I don't know, they have different special editions though. They had one they did with Capitol Records as well. I actually personally prefer the triangle one a little bit better, but you know, either way it looks pretty vintage to me. This is yeah, so since it's the black oak version, it comes with the silver panel. If you get the walnut version, I think it comes with the copper panel, and I used to have the walnut version actually, which was really nice. But yeah, that had a copper panel. This one is a silver panel. It has a really old school type of switch here, like it looks like really vintage, I guess 50s. It's a nice little switch here. It's satisfying to move this. This is the on button, so yeah, the on switch I should say, power switch. And then this is the volume, so you can adjust your volume here with this little silver plated button, I guess. I'm thinking of the walnut version has the copper, so anyways, it's got like spun knobs, which is really nice. These old school vintage looking knobs here. One for volume, one for selecting your input. So Bluetooth, aux, USB phono right there. If you look at the back, so you can see the connections here are power. This is your ground for the phono input. So if you have a ground wire, you ground it here. And then you have your this is basically the phono input here, but you can actually switch it to line as well. So you can either choose to use it with the moving magnet phono stage here by switching it to phono, or if you have an external phono preamp like I do, or if you have something else you want to connect RCA in, you just switch it to line. So yeah, it's nice to have these RCA connections. That's one reason I got this, because a lot of the other Bluetooth speakers around this size on the market don't have analog inputs like this. So the Klipsch the 3 is one of the few Bluetooth speakers around this range that has the analog ins. Alright, so for example the 9 Muso QB I don't think does. The aux input right here, connecting pretty much anything. And then your USB input here, like I said, has a built-in DAC and connect it to your computer, your desktop, or your laptop here. Use this as the main speaker for it. And then you have a service USB. I think this is just for service. You can't plug in a USB flash drive or anything. So, but you know, that's not too much of a drawback. I don't think anyone's asking for that anyways. Although some Chinese, I think a lot of Chinese amplifiers actually do have USB inputs and stuff where you can plug in a USB flash drive, but it's fine. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Looks pretty good, right? Even on the back, looks pretty nice. Then the front looks really vintage. So yeah, I think for the price, whether it be $200, $250, or $400, I think it's a nice pickup. So yeah, really nice looking speaker. I got a black version. I think the walnut copper version might look even better, but yeah, I picked this up because it matches my turntable. But I do think the walnut copper version does look a little bit better. Anyways, they both look good, I think. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna try this out, test it with my turntable, of course, and I'll let you guys know what I think. Right, so this speaker can actually get pretty loud. Let me demonstrate. So I can turn it up louder and louder. You guys can hear how loud it gets. Pretty loud. That's pretty amazing, actually. Impressive. But it starts to distort at high volume, so I recommend not to turn it up to max, although it can get very loud. It also starts to distort.
Hello, come into my place. Yeah, 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 yeah. Give me 쓰던 나의 space. Yeah, 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 yeah. 여기서 내 시간은 slow. 그런 시선은 no, no. 내게로 와서 feeling. 지금 기분에 맡겨 feel it. Hey, hey. 어서 들어와 내가 알고 싶다면 아무도 모르는 날 만나보고 싶다면 이름하다면 follow. 아무 말도 마, oh, oh. 이건 나의 비밀 계정 같은 거는 그런 거니까 여기선 자유로워 우리 모두 다 말야 나를 볼 때 반짝이는 그 눈빛이 좋아 아찔아찔해 feel good 아찔아찔해 feel good 지금 내 기분은 rainbow in the sky 눈이 밟고 올라가 Say by my side 다가와 조금 다른 날 만나게 해줄게 Cause I feel so good 너와 함께면 나 어디라도 좋아 1초에 훌쩍 여기저기 거기 right 내 손 잡아 한여름밤의 피서와 같이 우리들만의 파도 타기 볼게 우린 너무 많아 하루 종일 더 깊이 빠져 어느새 시간이 멈춰 온종일 내게 설레 가까워진 것만 같아 Come with me now 넌 어디까지 가길 원해 잠깐만 둘이 조금 더 멀리 Follow me now 너와 함께 가볼래 We go, we go, we go, we go 오늘따라 높이 들떠버린 맘 잠들 줄 몰라 끊지 마라 over만 괜히 내 맘 설레 아까 한 말 더 해도 재밌잖아 이 밤을 세워 더 괜찮아 노래 들려줄래 아주 작은 것도 다 알고 싶어 우리 꼭 이제와 더 괜찮아 내일도 해 보낼 순 없어 네 미소에 내 맘이 걸려 내 두 볼의 red light 먼저 와 yeah. 솔직하게 말해볼래 숨겨왔던 내 맘은 Yeah it's you Doesn't matter 특별함이 아니야 가까이 갈래 I want you 눈을 못 피하게 말도 못 돌리게 너만 좋다면 doesn't matter 떨리지 말고 네 마음을 더 보여줘 네 손을 잡을래 너를 꼭 안을래 So that's okay Stay this way 우리 서로 비추며 춤을 추고 있어 날이 마지막인 것처럼 Stay this way 고맙다고 널 바라보며 Stay this way Stay this way 하늘 위로 firework 우리의 작은 바닷가 날 바라보며 Stay this way Stay with me Stay with me Stay with me Stay with me